Good evening, morning or afternoon, wherever you are tuning in from. A quick turnaround from Saturday's defeat to Stotfold leaves no room for dwelling. Abbey's men welcome Letchworth City Garden City Eagles, in fact, to McMullen Park, and a delayed fixture due to a coronavirus postponement. My name is Will Roberts, and I will be once again hoping to guide you through this afternoon's fixture. A must-win for the home side to keep playoff hopes well within the sights. The Bedford boys with the Bitcoin budget play hosts to 14th place Letchworth. Let's see if we can have a look at the teams. Starting with the home side, Bedford. A few alterations from the team that played Stotfold. Kyle Forster, the main substitution. He comes in, new signing, in between the sticks. Connor Inskip is still suffering a bit of a hamstring injury, which he endured during that game. Andre Rees-Brown comes into the midfield. Sam Rogers as well, the young 17-year-old, makes his first start in front of the live stream. Someone to keep your eye on there. Moving in to the away side today, Letchworth Garden City Eagles. A few names to keep an eye on. Neo Donahue, only 17 in goal today. A young, bright star who's been performing well on this stage. Let's see how he gets on. And then up front, Reda Zekri and River Amis. The latter, the top goal scorer here for the club with 7. And Zekri, striker, former Luton Town Academy, who are now in the Championship division here in England. He's moved down. He's playing for Letchworth City Garden City Eagles. Jason Valentine puts out a strong side to take on Bedford this afternoon. Letchworth have performed far better away from home this season than at it, but they've only scored 28 goals this season in comparison to Bedford's 61. A team which prides themselves on their high-scoring fixtures. Sometimes in the wrong way, however. We saw that 4-1 loss against Stotfold on Saturday. The team will be looking to bounce back from that. Referee's whistle goes. He's Rhys Davis, the man in the middle. Alan Morehouse and Simon Dutton will be partnering him as assistant referees. Ben McGrath captaining Bedford. Dan Charles for Letchworth. Oh, all smiles here on this cold Wednesday evening. A fair and fun game, we hope. Thanks for sticking with us. As many of you at home might understand, we're quite new to things in this league. So please do let us know what you think of the stream, what you want to see. Let us know via social media outlets. At Real Bedford on Twitter is your best bet. And use the hashtag Bedford from home on Twitter, Facebook, or anywhere, and we will try to give a few of you a shout out throughout the season. Let us know where you are watching this game from. It will be Bedford to kick off and get us back underway. A midweek fixture which was delayed by coronavirus. A highly anticipated match, one that Bedford need to win. Amadi, ball at his feet, ready to get us underway. Here we go then. McGrath. I'll play it across the back. Got to be patient. Have Bedford. McGrath already getting himself involved, as he did so often in the game on Saturday. That's Cade Stevens-Abbey on the ball. Unfortunate. Rees-Brown was given space there. Couldn't capitalise. Instead, it's with Mark Bunker. Plays a lovely ball over to Bedford. Chests it down well for Rogers. The youngster. Oh, big, strong challenge from the Letchworth defender, making himself welcome to the 17-year-old. Welcome to this league, son. It's a hard-hitting one. Bedford throw. Bunker with the ball. We found out that he's somewhat of a set-piece specialist, is Bunker. Opportunities are plenty already. That was Bedford. Steve Bedford, impressed when moved back to left back in the second half of the Stockpole game, but starting at left wing where he started that fixture. He could be a man to keep your eye on. Good run from Kyle Brown, who's awarded the free kick. Reece Brown just making sure that the referee got the right decision. This was the opportunity here. Bedford putting it wide of the post. An early opportunity for Bedford to get their feelers out. Christie, ball over the top, into the penalty area. Option. Charlie Thake, that was the big centre forward up top, alongside Reda Zekri. The new man in goal, Kyle Forster. Aaron Khan played between the sticks on Saturday. He's on the bench if needed. Chested down well by Amadi, who also performed well on Saturday. A shot off the crossbar denied him the opportunity to score last weekend. Goodman playing it safe. Reece Brown tossing in the middle. Ball's come up Letchworth way, playing in the yellow. Strong challenges in the middle of the park. Goodman fumbles it slightly. It's Bedford ball though. Got away with that. A touch off Kyle Brown. Even though it is quite a cold Wednesday evening here in Bedford, still a lot out to support. The Bedford faithful in full voice and in their numbers. Amadi does well, releases McGrath. McGrath plays the ball over the top to McLeod. Been given a hard task, but it manages to get the throw in. Stevens Abbey gives the ball to Goodman. There's the hashtag Bedford from home. Please do put that all over your social media to want everyone knowing about Bedford FC and what we're doing here. Ball into the middle, attempted. The deflection, it will go out for a corner. Opportunity for Bedford to strike. A lot of football being played in the middle of the park so far. Opportunities either end in the first 5 minutes. None of them taken, of course. Scores remain 0-0. Looks like Mark Bunker it is to take the free kick. In towards the mixer. Headers on, and it's a goal. Great score from Bedford off the set piece. And it's Goodman who rises highest. Fisher, in fact. He gets the score pretty much at the first opportunity that Bedford see eyes on goal. Lovely ball in from Bunker. Using the back of Charlie Thake as a springboard, Michael Fisher leaps into the Bedfordshire sky and brings us our first goal. 1-0. 5 minutes in. Letchworth now looking for a reply. Good work from Sani Adeoyen. Out wide to Marrell. Good football. But it lies with Brown. A bit of a heavy touch. A good clearance. Leaves us with a Letchworth throw-in. A brighter start from Bedford, who was slow to warm into things on Saturday. Manager Abbey would have been persistent in making sure that Bedford start as they mean to go on, and they have done just that here at McMullen Park so far. Amadi, Reece Brown onto McGrath. Reece Brown and McGrath working well as a centre partnership so far. Be exciting to see how they blossom throughout this evening. Out wide to Bedford, searching for a cross towards the back post of Maddie. A threat in front of goal when that ball gets whipped in from either side. Letchworth seems as though they can't really deal with it at the moment. Sam Rogers looking to pick out of his box of tricks, as he did so well when he came on against Stopfold on Saturday. Another teenager, Donahue, in goal for Letchworth, makes a mistake. The clearance just probably not as good as he would have hoped. He gets another try at it though. This one slightly better. Rogers trying to pounce and get something on it. Good ball over the top from Marrell. Lands with McGrath though, as it seems to always do. He's everywhere as the skipper. Bleeds Bedford, only 23 years of age, but shows an experienced head in the middle of the park. Bunker to Bedford. Bedford looking for that 1-2. Electrifying pace of Steve Bedford. PE teacher by day, football player by night. McGrath. Ball in the middle, Amadi works it well. Shot. Dribbles across the pitch. Not the connection McGrath would have wanted. But this is good football from Bedford. Yeah, the connection just not on. And it rolls to the left-hand side of the post. Donahue been put to his test so far. He would have had school this morning, Donahue, and he's being put under the cosh. McLeod Bentley across the face of the goal. Rogers herring after it, can't get to it though. It will be Letchworth ball. Again, it's McGrath pulling the strings. McLeod just not being able to get the connection on it. Good header on. Ball hoofed over. Pickard tries to find an opening. Michael Pickard, Luton Town Academy boy. Not much of a boy anymore. He's been around the block. It's his birthday next week on the 24th. Make sure you'll go wish him a happy birthday. For now, Rogers into the mixer. Donahue does well to keep hold of it. The youngster shining at the moment. A flick on from Amadi, not being able to get it on target. Donahue either way had swept it up quite nicely. Keeper's come out, cleared it well. Forster saying hello to the new Bedford fans. Pressure on from Pickard. Stevens Abbey, in fact. Difficult to keep track of these players when they keep on changing shirts each week. Is Mark Bunker. We know him. Back to Donahue. Letchworth completely out of ideas at the moment. It's been all Bedford. in these opening few minutes. Promising signs for the home side. McGrath once again. I think I'll be saying his name quite a lot this evening. He is that sort of player. McLeod back to Pickard, looking to find his options. Bunker in front of the Bedford bench. Playing quite leisurely football at the moment. They seem confident on the ball to Bedford. Good ball. Trying to find Stephen Zabby on the wraparound. Andre Rees-Brown. The versatile midfielder finds himself in the centre of the park this evening, but has been known to play elsewhere, as is required at this sort of level of football. You need to be versatile, you need to be flexible. Ball well dealt with by Pickard. Forster gets towards the halfway line. McLeod tries to get a touch on it, falls to Rees-Brown. It's like miscommunication, but McLeod is on it, tries to put on the afterburners, but it's a great tackle for Marrell, Richard Marrell, wearing 2 for Letchworth. Rogers. Onto McGrath. Good ball out wide. Got the ball on a string, has Ben McGrath. Can do that sort of stuff. Taking his time is Mark Bunker. I'd assume this one's going to head towards the box. It does. Bedford has to control it well and get past the defender. Looking to use his friends, and he does just that. McGrath feints. Ball into the middle. Denied by Letchworth. Falls to Rees-Brown. Well taken by Letchworth, who've got the ball, and they're on. Well tracked back, though, by Bedford. Retaining possession, as they have done in the first 15. Bunker over the top. Offside, says the referee. We didn't get an offside call all 90 minutes last game, and it's taken 13 minutes here. I almost forgot that was a rule. Offside, says the referee. A little one, if you don't really know what the offside rule is, a lot of you might be quite new to football. You cannot be in front of the last defender, not including the goalkeeper, when a pass is made. That is why the offside rule's in play. Forster challenged initially by a great run from River Amis. If anything is going to happen in a Letchworth sense, it'll probably be from this man. A mistake from Bunker, capitalised by their top goal scorer. 7 this season, River Amis. Great name as well to accompany it. Bedford. Into McLeod. Gets a shot on and scores. Past Donahue. Wraps the ball round his boot. Into the bottom corner. Sweet as you like. And Bedford double their advantage within 15. The link-up between Bentley McLeod and Bedford, who puts the pace on, brings it back to the number 7. Donahue probably could have done better. And there's the score. 2-0. Tyrell McLeod Bentley. Tying his shoelaces, making sure that boot is still intact after that rocket of a shot. Letchworth sort of scratching their heads, wondering how they can get themselves back in this game. But if it was up to Ben McGrath and friends, I'm sure that won't be the case. Stephen Zabby looking to find men in the middle, finds Rogers. McLeod Bentley, the recent goal scorer, out wide to his friend Bedford. Little step over, shot. Hits the side netting. Bedford players itching to get on the score sheet now. Good play up the left-hand side from Letchworth. Marrell and Brown linking up, but it's still with Bedford now. Amadi pressurising, looking to get an answer out of Letchworth. The only answer at the moment is get it out of here. Sam Rogers brings the ball down well, wins the free kick. Does very well there, the youngster. Gets a testing ball up in the air, brings it down. Gets the free kick out of Theophilus Boyake. And it will be Mark Bunker to take. Fizzed one just to the right-hand side of the post in their game against Stotfold. Donoghue, who hasn't had the perfect 15 minutes, will be tested once again. This time, the boot of Mark Bunker. Whistle blows. Low driven. Well fielded by Donoghue. Gets it down the field, looking for a Letchworth head. River a miss, trying to make something of it with Thake down the far touchline. Pretty sure it's Bedford ball, it is. No inspiration at the moment for Letchworth. Not really much else to say about them. It's been all Bedford. Something which, as a Bedford stream, I'm sure a lot of you will be pleased about. Reece Brown, ball over the top for McLeod. Brings it down well, gets the shot off. Glances across the face of the gaping goal. Nothing Donoghue could do about that. On fine form is McLeod at the moment. Turns on a sixpence. Gets the shot off. Bedford still looking for that opportunity, even though they are 2 goals to the good. Rogers putting pressure on Boyake. Good ball from Marrell. Zekri got the best Letchworth opportunity so far. Out, says the referee. Free kick, says the referee. The wave of the flag indicating that he saw foul play. It'll be Pickard to take it. Oh, it will be a throw-in. Sorry, my apologies. McGrath. On to Pickard, looking to use the touchline. Good flick on from Amadi, trying to find Bentley. McLeod, in fact. Good football from a miss. Dodging and diving and weaving his way towards the goal. Brown, ball into the middle, tries it, but it's deflected by Stephen Zabby. Out for a throw-in. Letchworth warming back into this match. Brown and a miss on either flank, doing their best to try and get Letchworth back into this game. Marrell into the mixer. A tired effort in the 20th minute. And it falls to Forster, who has had a very comfortable first few minutes on debut. Hasn't been tested at all, or very little for that matter. It's an opportunity to get the ball back towards that Letchworth goal. A good kick, aiming for Rogers. Tries to get up in the air. A tussle between the two eights, Bawake and McGrath. Bunker onto McLeod, back to McGrath. Got room to manoeuvre in the midfield. The switch play over to Stephen Zabby, taking his time. Good ball from Pickard. Onto Reece Brown, back to McGrath. Back to Bunker. Pressure's on. Held back, says the referee. Quick tap. Good challenge from Stephen Zabby. Picks the pocket of Brown. Poor ball from Bunker, capitalised on by Letchworth. A miss, goes hunting. Forster gets his dustpan and brush out and sweeps it all up. Pickard got room to drive and put a lovely ball over to Amadi, who races into that corner. Forces a good clearance out of Bawake. Rogers brings it down. Pickard, Reece Brown, tiki-taka football from Bedford. Onto Rogers, driving forward, making his way into the box, gets a shot off, deflected, will be a corner. Good play from Sammy Rogers. Foraging into the box, looking to make something of it. Bases his play off Phil Foden, he tells me. And you can see just how he does that here at Bedford. A promising youngster who we may see, hopefully, in Bedford colours for a long time to come. Sani forced to clear. The difficulty of non-league football is that we don't have ball boys and we barely have balls. So that from Sani is, quite frankly, just really unhelpful. But we've got one, don't worry, we can still play. And it's back on the pitch. Reece Brown to Pickard, floats one in. McLeod looking for his second and Bedford's third. It won't come now. Instead, it's fallen to a miss. Tries to get the ball up to Zekri. Can't get that. Instead, he finds Goodman, who finds Burford. Hands go up, protesting their claim to the ball. It will be Bedford's throw. And it's back out again. Quarter of the way through the match, 2 goals to the good. Both came fairly early on in this half. Game has slightly evened out since. Letchworth bringing something to the table. Not enough, however. And it has been this sort of picture. Bedford looking very comfortable with the ball. Lots of space in midfield for the likes of Rogers and McGrath and Reece Brown to work their magic. Bedford seem to be playing a sort of 4-2-4 formation. 4 attackers. McLeod and Amadi up top. Rogers and Bedford playing out wide, but making themselves known in the middle of the park as well, and a strong back four of Bunker, Goodman, Pickard and Stevens Abbey. Strong challenge in the midfield. Goodman. Little conversation after as well. I'm sure that was as lovely as we can all hope it was. Challenge denied by Bedford, who goes into the middle. Well picked out, however, by Sani. Zekri tries to get something on it, bit of a heavy touch. McGrath, and outside of the boot ball, brings it to McLeod. Good ball into the middle. Donahue sweeps it up. Keep calm as a youngster. Quite a level head for someone so young. The ball booted into the Bedfordshire sky, landing on the head of Goodman. Falls for Bedford. Off a Letchworth boot, so it will be a Bedford throw. Bunker with it. Well cleared by Christie. Only as far as Bunker. Bunker. Over the top. Nothing coming of that, however, from Bedford. Marrell looks for the ball down the wing. Can't get it, however. Pickard throws. McGrath. Back to Fisher, the goal scorer. Stevens Abbey. McLeod with the room, space, time. Pickard to Reese Brown. Looks for the switcheroo over to Bunker. Not much happening on this left-hand side. Let's see what they can do on the right. Bedford to Amadi. Looking to potentially expect it back. Good ball through for McGrath. Finds Bedford, looks to put it back in field to Rogers. Doesn't pay off. Good play from Bedford. Threading the needle. Ben McGrath piercing through that yellow wall. Looked quite flimsy, if I'm honest, in the first half an hour. Bunker to feed, a low cross. Reese Brown was onto it, not considerate enough. McGrath almost toying with Brown there. Good ball over the top to Bunker. They're good at that sort of stuff. The floating passes over the top, proving to be the difference at the moment. McLeod trying to get it back into that corridor of uncertainty, which at the moment has provided lots of success for Bedford so far. In it goes again across the floor. Letchworth seem to have mediated that threat, and they try to go on the counter through Zekri. Has to get to the ball, and he does. Sam Rogers, however, over Letchworth like a rash, getting into every little nook and cranny and getting the ball back for the home side. Forster taking his time, picking his man, the Letchworth man. I'm sure he wasn't aiming for him. Fisher Again, stopped by Charles. Letchworth ball. 15 minutes to go in the first half. Died down in this last 15. We had 2 goals in the opening quarter or so. Letchworth still trying to get their way back into this fixture. It is possible. Anything's possible in non-league football. But a goal here from Bedford would make it even more unlikely. They can't, however. Good defence from Boyake. The 1-2. Tries to get the ball to Thake. Can't, however. Rogers. All over the top. Hashtag Bedford from home. Let us know where you're coming from. Thank you to EJ Davies, Big IT, Mr. Bitcoin, Hoddle and Rail, Bedford FC, Rotterdam. Good to see that we're getting into every nook and cranny of the globe and bringing you football from the heart of Bedford. Bunker, opportunity. Offside it was, however. Flag raised on the far side. Good play from Bedford. Ball goes up in the air. Letchworth can't do much from it. The flick-off header from McLeod, and Bunker tried to take his opportunity. Went aerial, however. But yes, please do use that hashtag, hashtag Bedford from home. Let us know where you're at, where you're watching this game from. We'd love to hear from you. And we hope that you're keeping warm, because it is cold here. You can't show that on TV. I'm sure in the future technology will advance to get like that. But for now, you're just going to have to take my word for it. Very cold. Injury stoppage. There are the fans. They're wrapped up nice and warm. There you go. We hope to see you here someday, wherever you are in the world. If you happen to be passing, do come and stop and say hello. It's a nice crowd. It's a nice environment here at McMullen Park. It will be Donohue's ball from a free kick. The injury seems to have been resolved. He will come back on, it seems. But in football, once you make that sort of stoppage, you've got to wait. One of the more interesting rules that this game holds. Good work from Letchworth. Good touch from Zekri. Trying to get the ball. Reece Brown, however, thinks otherwise. Bishop, apologies if you caught any fairly colourful language here. Hoofed back over the top. Oh dear. Have we got another one? We're running out. Oh no, we do. That's good. Coming out the Bitcoin budget are these balls. We've got enough of it. We're all right. Pressure on for Fisher. Does well. McLeod chests the ball down. Offside, says the referee. I mentioned at the start of this game we didn't get an offside for the whole 90. in the game against Stopfold, and we've had about 3 or 4 so far. Lovely bit of commentator's curse for you there. Think. Trying to make something of this for Letchworth. Sani, ball over the top to no one in particular. And Forster gets to take his time with it. Pick a good player to get it to. Stevens Abbey, all alone on this left-hand side. No Bedford shirts either. So it's fallen to a yellow one. Speculation of handball there. But no, we played with a throw-in. Zekri. Fisher to Rogers. Switching flanks. Trying to get some work on that far hand side. McLeod onto Bedford. Good first touch. Bunker resetting their options. Reece Brown. Flick on. And McLeod not coming to anything. A few more shout-outs. Real Bedford Cleveland. At North Carolina, Real Bedford Norway, Real Bedford Melbourne. Goodness me. From all over the world. We thank you for your support. We hope that we are keeping you company and getting you through whatever time of the day it may be. Ball in the middle, switching hands regularly. McGrath trying to calm some things down. Bedford on the far hand side, onto Bunker, onto McLeod, who tries to do a back heel nutmeg through the legs. Doesn't pay off. Studs up challenge from McGrath. Immediately warrants a free kick. Dangerous, says the referee. Not long left of this first half. Ball onto McLeod as well. Over the top to Rogers, lovely control. Into the box he goes, tries to pick out Bedford. Good work from Sam Rogers once again. Testing himself. Lovely ball into the middle. Bedford with the header. Donoghue sweeps it up.
Yes, Peter! Yes, yes!
A little bit of gamesmanship there from Fisher. Oh, you forgot the ball. River a miss. Missing it. Oh, that was staring me right in the face, that. Looking for another ball. Looking through this hashtag Bedford from home, I'm seeing a lot of people prioritising Bedford over the Premier League. Good stuff, good choice, very good choice. We hope you stay with us and keep non-league football in your eyesight. Good ball into the mix-up. Opportunity for Letchworth, the best one yet, across the face of the goal, but no one on the end of it to tap it home. Instead, it's Bedford who goes dancing, taking players on left, right and centre. Tries to get it up to our Maddie. And as I'm scrolling through this Twitter feed to see in Cleveland, Ohio, it is snowing. So it is always good to know that there is always someone far colder than you around. There you go. I hope you're staying warm inside, wherever you are in Cleveland, Ohio. Good play from Stevens Abbey. Running down the wing. He's got green grass in front of him. He's also got a Maddie. Letchworth defuse it, however. And it's on to Zekri, the big centre forward, striding forward. The large gait of Zekri. Good challenge, however, from McGrath. David versus Goliath there. And as we all know, David wins. There he is, Ben McGrath. Man of the match performance in our game versus Stopfold. Absolutely bleeds blue. Or bleeds Bedford, in fact. Ball into the mixer. Opportunity. Bedford, however, gets his engine started. Going up the gears. He's forgot the ball, though. And it's ended up in Letchworth feet. Oh, big, courageous challenge from Bunker puts Bedford in this position. Kate Stevens Abbey manages to find Reece Brown. They've got space in the midfield. We've said it all game, but Letchworth just aren't challenging in that division. Ball over the top towards Amadi. Well taken by Donahue. Murrell down the flank. Only a few minutes left in this first half. Bedford 2 goals to the good. Happened in the first dozen minutes or so. And it has been fairly even Steven since then. So this game is far from over. And if River Amiss has anything to do with it, then it definitely won't be. Pressure on McGrath, who does well, relieves it by getting it back to Forster, tells everyone to calm down a bit. Fisher, he scored the first goal. A good header from a set-piece corner, delivered by Mark Bunker. Liam Huckle clears it from the back of the park. Bedford ball on the throw-in. Bedford, McLeod, onto Bedford again. McLeod lays it off. Good ball in. Pickard. Reece Brown. Bedford once again will look to make way into the penalty area. Good shot off the left. Well collected, however, from Donahue. Gets the ball down to Zekri. River Amiss. Trying to get to it. Good flick on from Rogers. Onto Amadi. Shots on. Near post. Good save from Donahue. Trying to catch out the keeper. With a sharp, short shot towards the right-hand side of the keeper, who does well and gets down. Have a look at this. Gets a shot off. Good save. And that is half-time. Well, in those first few minutes, it was all Bedford. Letchworth Garden City Eagles warmed themselves back into this fixture. Let's have a look at those 2 goals that are now the difference between these two sides. Here's the first one. Bunker. Good ball in. Well finished by Fisher, who rises highest into the Bedfordshire sky. Celebrations, elations here at Mullen Park. Then this from Bentley McLeod and Steve Bamford, who've been working in tandem all game. Ball slotted in to the far post. Well, it is Bedford who lead with 2 goals up, but as we know in non-league football, anything can happen. So don't go anywhere. Maybe go make yourself a sandwich or go get a drink of water, go to the loo, and we'll be right back with the second half coming up here at McMullen Park.
I can hear what you're saying about our goalkeeper, so thanks for the vote of confidence, lads.
Well, I am currently joined live here with Pete McCormack, who's been making all the headlines in Bedford. First of all, Pete, let's talk about what just happened on the field. An impressive display from the Bedford boys, who are currently 2-0 up here at McMullen Park. Your thoughts?
Well, it's great, obviously. Last few games since we announced what we're doing here with Bedford, 2 defeats and a draw, feeling the pressure. I said to Tom, I was like, before we came out, I was like, fucking hell, I'm so, probably shouldn't swear. I'm so nervous. I was kind of like, really feeling the pressure, but the early goal calmed the nerves. Second goal makes it a little bit easier, but towards the second half, they were getting back into it, so I was getting a bit nervous again. So, I'm as nervous as I was when I was watching Liverpool in the Champions League final. So, yeah.
Stakes are still very much high, and it is all to play for in the second half. But before we get to that, let's talk about a bit off the field.
Okay.
You've mentioned in interviews and etc. About your ambitions for this club, but just for the people at home, just sort of outlining what you want to get out of this venture.
Yeah, I've always felt that Bedford could support a league team. For the people who listen in America who might not understand this, the EFL, the professional leagues, is the Premier League, the Championship, League One and League Two. We've got a population of 174,000 people here. We've never had a league team. Burnley, Premier League, 90,000 population. So I felt like we could always support a league team. So that's the goal. It's 6 promotions from here that would get us into the Football League. I went last night, went down to Stevenage to watch them play Crawley. Do you know what, I'll tell you something funny. I went to Stevenage a few years ago because one of my friends is a director, and I went in and I thought, this is a bit of a crap ground, a bit pokey, but small. But then I went there last night and I was like, wow, this ground is great. So if we could, really thinking ahead, wouldn't it be great in a few years' time we had a ground in Bedford and 5,000 people come out and watch us play league football? That's the dream. And then if we do that, then where do we go beyond that? But right now, everything is focused on. We had a board meeting today, and I said to everyone, our focus is getting in the Football League. Everything we should do is focused on getting in the Football League.
Exactly that. That is obviously bit more long term. You're looking at sort of 5 or 6 years, as you mentioned. You've got to get those 6 promotions, so that's at least sort of 6 seasons.
If you do back to back.
If you do back to back, which would be a very much a feat in itself.
Yep.
But sort of short term, what impact do you think you've already sort of been starting to make that players and coaches and people around this club can benefit from?
Yeah, it's a great question. So we're very early, very, very early. And I've said to everyone involved, I said, whatever happens this season's a bonus. If we get in the playoffs, it's a bonus. If we get promoted, it's a bonus. You know, we really start next season once we have full control of everything. Once we know how we want to run the club. But there is so much to do. It's behind the scenes running the club. It's blown my mind. It's been really eye-opening. Everything you have to do on a match day, supporting the training. But so what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to make everyone here feel like they're supported. Doesn't matter if you're the guy doing the ticket office, the guy behind the bar, or the team. It's like, what do you need? How do we make things better? How do we move things forward? You know, what can we get for you? Is it a new set of balls? Is it training cones? Is it, we want to get the training vest where they wear that tracks them as they make progress. And then with that, we're trying to find someone to come and do sports analysis. We want to get a sporting director, but the to-do list is just massive. So, me and Tom, my chief exec, is every day, how do we nudge things forward? What can we do today that puts Bedford forward, step by step? And there's a lot happening. We really are kind of moving things forward. It's Bam.
There you go.
It was.
Josh Bamford, who may be making an appearance in the second half. One thing that you have brought in as of late is, of course, this live stream. Something that you don't see very often in sort of this division of football, and something which has obviously brought quite a lot of sort of interest and intrigue from around the world. Just a little word on why you thought it was paramount to sort of bring this in at such an early stage, and what you've sort of seen grow out of this, at least the first 2 fixtures.
Well, selfishly, I've got to go and travel with work soon, so I wanted to make sure we can have the games to watch while I'm away. No, I'm only kidding. No, what it is everyone knows I've got a podcast. Majority of my listeners, over 50%, are based in the US, and they're getting behind this. They want to support this team. But it's not just there. I've got people in Cambodia, New Zealand, Australia, South America, all over the world who said, Pete, I'm going to get behind this. And it'd be nice for them to watch the games, and it's expensive to do. It costs us £1,500 to stream this game. We're quite early, and we maybe have 100 to 200 people following it. But that will grow. I know that will grow. I know by the start of next season, that'll be a bigger number, and I want them to have this game to watch. I want them to be able to follow them. Also, to see the progress. I mean, they can watch this game. They can see, look, this is a small club in a small ground. But when we get promoted next year, they'll see a bigger crowd, and they'll see the progress as we make through the leagues. I want them to be part of it. So, look, we don't mind losing a bit of money to help the people who want to follow this get behind it. And that's a really important part of this. It's like we want to show these games. We want people to watch this team and get behind it.
Well, I've got a little list here of people who have messaged in.
Okay.
From this live stream alone, in the first 45 minutes, and where they're from, we've got Cleveland in the USA, we've got North Carolina, we've got Norway, we've got Melbourne, we've got Rotterdam. Those are just a few of the cities that have mentioned in. We've got
Cleveland's a great city in Ohio.
Black Forest in Germany, which
Yes.
I've just been handed from my lovely producer. It is getting all over the shop at the moment, and is something that Bedford FC can really sort of build from.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's people all over the world supporting this. I'm glad to see someone from Cleveland. Big Ohio fan. I'm an honorary Buckeye because I used to date a girl from Ohio. Been out to Cleveland. It's a great place, great part of the country, great people. But yeah, look, all these people have been so good to me. They've supported me with my project as a podcast. They've helped me travel the world and do this, and now they're helping me do this. And I just, honestly, every one of them I appreciate so much. I love them for supporting this. I'm going to be a bit annoying at times because I keep going on about this, but this has been like a childhood dream that I'm getting to live, and I can't tell you how excited I am. And I work hard on the podcast, and I'm working even harder this. I get up at 6 a.m. every day, and I'm on it. And I'll be on it till midnight tonight, and I'll get up and do the same again tomorrow. I'm going to make this team a success with everyone else who's helping me. But I need the help of others, and the people who, Rotterdam and Ohio, and the people tuning in to watch this, I really appreciate every one of them, and love you guys.
Well, Pete, I'm going to let you sort of warm up quickly before we get out for
All
the
right,
second half. Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Let me embarrass you, Will. Just want to say you're doing a great job, and you haven't got a co-commentator today, and I appreciate you doing this. It is cold, and you're doing it on your own, and you're crushing it. Thanks, mate.
Thank
appreciate
you very
it.
much.
Even
Pete.
though you went to Bedford School.
I did go to
You
Bedford
go
School.
to Bedford School.
I still do, exactly.
We call them jobbers around here in Bedford. All right, mate.
There we go. Thanks,
you.
Pete. Well, don't go anywhere. We have another 45 minutes of non-league football to bring you here. Half-time score at McMullen Park. Bedford FC 2, Letchworth 0. welcome back. Hope you had a good half time. It was good to chat to Pete in the break. He's got some big plans, some exciting plans, but they need to beat Letchworth Garden City Eagles first. As he mentioned, it hasn't been the most ideal start on the pitch for his tenure in charge. But this, the best opportunity yet to turn it around. Looks like Letchworth have made a substitution. Michael Adeyemi is on in the backfield. He's gone on for Austin Christie. Bedford seem unchanged. You'd expect that from the performance that they gave in the first half. Everybody having a part to play, a key and important part at that. Sani out wide to Morel. Ball trying to find Zekri instead. It finds the white line, trickles over. Go out for Bedford FC ball. Zekri. Opportunity. Well saved by Forster. Does well. Letchworth striking early in this game. Good ball from Dan Charles. Headed down by Thake and Zekri. Trying to get onto it. Mark Bunker does his best. There has been a Bedford change. There he is, Josh Bamford. He scored the only goal in the game against Stopfold. Ooh. A bit of a wayward shot from Steve Bamford. But Steve Burford, in fact. It's Josh Bamford, who we'll talk about in a second. This is it from Burford. Two names ever so similar. Lovely for myself as a commentator to try and navigate through. Anyway, Josh Bamford, 20 goals in 21 games in this league. One of the league's top goal scorers. Was put on the bench even after scoring in that fixture against Stopfold, looking to prove himself this afternoon. Will want to get himself back into that starting 11. Pickard with the long throw over to Rogers, who was ever so impressive in that first half. All over the shop in the best way possible. It's Chisholm Ahmadi who's made away, the dual-registered player from Potton United, who was also very impressive in that first half, as was McGrath, who puts the ball over the top, cries of a foul on McLeod. The referee's denied it. And has given one the other way. Stephen Zabby. This time, the one who's in the naughty book. There's Josh Bamford. Clinical goal scorer, PE teacher by day as well. A lot of these players, well, all of these players don't play football professionally. Oh, but after that shot, I think Reda Zekri should consider it. A piercing strike gets Letchworth very much back into this game. The former Luton Town star skyrocketing the ball into the roof of the net. His first touch finds top bins. 2-1 the score here at McMullen Park. Bedford will want a response. Burford on it early. onto Bamford. Rogers penalised. The free kick. Winning another foul. Sammy Rogers. This was it. Slightly late challenge from Sani. Not really going for the ball. It will be Bunker to take the free kick. Fisher also hanging around, just, he's not needed. He joins the huddle. It will be Bunker to take. Good ball, knuckle ball on the outside of the boot, low driven, cutting a bit of grass on the McMullen turf. Skims across. Nothing Donahue could do, but it's wide of the post. Corner, must have taken a deflection. With Bunker, who gets a second stab at it. Might even get a third at this rate. Rogers tries to play it down the wing. Well played by Brown. Gets the ball up the field. Steve Bedford this time. Tries to find McLeod, but instead finds Sani, who puts the ball up to the most recent goal scorer, Zekri, who scored that lovely effort moments ago. Now Bamford. First touch is good. Looking for options. Has one in the form of Mark Bunker on this near side. McLeod wrestling with Sani. Tries to get to it. Good flick on from the new boy, Ronnie Bates, wearing 14. Throw in. And it will be Letchworth's. Hashtag Bedford from home. We've got a few more to tell you about. On Shader in Netherlands. Apologies for my poor Dutch. I promise I'll get better. Hopefully I pronounced that all right. North Texas, someone from Dallas saying hello. Denmark in Middelfart and in Norway as well, hitting all the Scandinavian countries. Hope you're keeping well wherever you are watching this game. Bamford and co trying to make something of this first half, the second half in fact. Good work from Bedford. Good hold-up play. Sani penalised once again. But keeping hold of Bamford for just a little bit too long. It will be Mark Bunker to take once again. The specialist in this division. Just like American football, most teams have specialist set-piece kickers. Not as much field goals as free kicks. But Mark Bunker is oh so good at it. Fisher is also very good at getting on the end of whatever Mark Bunker conjures up. But this time, Donahue learns from his mistake in the first half. A casual approach to the ball from Bunker. Gets his sand wedge out and chips it over. Fisher tries to get a good head on it, but can't get it towards goal. Adeni, who's come on at centre-back with Sani. Ball over the top from Sani, and he finds Fisher. Bunker, ball down the line. He's gone out. Referee raises, assistant referee raises his flag. Assistant referee on this near side, Alan Morehouse, 68 years old. Doing well, keeping up with the youngsters. Apparently he's got 5 games this week to cover, so he'll be busy. Spoke to him in the clubhouse before the game. He's been busy in the first 2 minutes here. Lots of throw-ins for Bedford and Letchworth alike. Ball over the top. Finds Bates, who finds Zekri. On the overlap is Morel. Onto Brown. Opportunity. River a miss. So close. They're sniffing. Oh, Letchworth. Good shot from River a miss. Just gets under it slightly. Seven goals this season. Their top bagsman in the league. He's missed 2 so far this afternoon. And from a Bedford's point of view, I'm pretty sure they hope it stays that way. The new keeper, Forster. Ball over the top to Bamford. Flicks it on well for McLeod, who can't get onto it. Instead, it's with Adeyemi. Donahue, the youngster, put under a bit of pressure, accompanied by the other youngster, Sammy Rogers. Good opportunity there from young Sammy. Donahue makes a meal of the distribution. And Sam Rogers is about a foot away from becoming a clubhouse hero at the age of 17. A level head is Sammy Rogers. He captained Hertford United. He's a young leader. 5 caps as well for Middlesex County. Someone to definitely write down. So in the next sort of 10, 15 years, you can say, I watched him play at Bedford FC. That type of player. One to certainly keep your eye on. Zekri. Ah, big shot from Charlie Thake. They're getting more and more dangerous. Ah, Letchworth. This one, the most recent one from Charlie Thake. Again, skyward. Now it seems like we definitely have run out of footballs. Here he goes, off he goes. Welcome to the club. He's going to go forage, find one in the woods. Hopefully he'll make it back. There he is. Hello, Kyle. Back you come. Come on. He'll try and hoof this ball up towards the halfway line. Big kick. Balls instead to Bates. And Morel on the far wing. Back in field to the captain, Charles. Morel again, he's involved himself so much in everything that Letchworth do. Reece Brown. Onto Fisher. Pickard, in fact. Michael Pickard. Come in at left back has Michael Pickard. He's a paint sprayer. That's his job. Good work. Falling to River a miss. Gets the ball out wide to Dan Charles. Morel to his right. Ball into the middle. Well cleared by Fisher. Bamford looks to get onto it. Bring it down to Rogers, who does well. Got a swarm of yellow shirts around him. McGrath. Good ball out wide to McLeod. Striding towards the penalty box. Makes his way infield. Good block. from the Letchworth number 2. Ball swung back in. Out to McGrath. Looks to try and get a shot off. It's captain on captain. Charles on McGrath. Bedford still with the ball, however. Oh, Bunkers made a hash of that. Onto Bates. And it's Pickard who's had to get back and make sure that everything's under control. Ball's been cleared. The Letchworth ball a bit panicky from Bedford. Something slightly out of character from the first 50. An hour down, half an hour to go. Bedford still have that 1 goal cushion. Big throw, back a bit further, says Mark Bunker. He thinks he's got more in the locker, and he does. McGrath, ball over the top towards McLeod. Good work from Bedford. Good challenge, however, from Sani. Brown, lots of room to manoeuvre. Morel, back to Brown. Ball over the top, McGrath, once again, getting himself where Letchworth don't want him. Big kick from Forster. Meteoric, probably disturbing a few satellites in the Bedfordshire sky. Huckle returns the favour. But it's fallen to Bedford, who's looked bright, as has McLeod. Good ball in. Bamford, of course he finds the back of the net. That is what he always does. Josh Bamford came on at half-time and is making Letchworth pay. His 22nd goal so far this season. A lovely ball from McLeod. Traps it and puts it right in the middle of the goal. An icy, cool, calm, collected finish from Josh Bamford. Scores on the doors. Bedford FC 3, Letchworth Garden City Eagles 1. Exactly what Bedford needed. Again, coming from the work of Steve Burford and Bentley McLeod, 2 players who had sort of up and down matches, especially against Stotfold. Both had glimmers of promise and opportunity and frankly poor efforts, but have really shone this evening, and I'm sure penciling themselves in for a start in the next fixture, as is Bamford, who has been bright since coming on in the second half. Reece Brown onto Bamford, who looks to have found his mojo and found his friend, Burford. Tries to trap the ball, can't. So it's Liam Huckle, gets the ball to a miss. Sani. Good challenge between Brown and McGrath. Reece Brown. McGrath, ball over to Rogers, who has to try and collect it over his shoulder. Does well. Stephen Zabby. McLeod out to Bunker. Ball into the mixer. Bamford, the recipient, but can't get to it. Sani instead drives. Got space to do so. Out wide to the goal scorer, Zekri. Long range effort, poor effort. You'd have to have put sort of 3 or 4 goals to the right hand side of the one we already have in place for that to have gone in. Just doesn't catch it. Instead, it goes wide. Carl Forster will have an opportunity to reset this. They'll be looking to just wind down the clock, suck the life out of this game, as Stopfold did only a few days ago in a similar position. Bedford has time. McGrath onto Rogers. So cool under the ball is Rogers. You would not be able to believe that that man is 17. Over the top to the youngster, frustrated at his performance. Out wide to Morel. Hashtag Bedford from home. We've been asking you to tell us where you're coming from. We've got a few more. Jolly Hull in the West Midlands, joining us from not too far. Maybe come and make the trip down. It's all right down here, I promise. Finnmark in Norway as well. Again, good to see our Scandinavian friends with us alive and well. Northern Ireland Supporters Club saying, we're not Brazil, we are Real Bedford. There you go. Thank you, one and all, for staying with us. Hashtag Bedford from home. Tweet that, Facebook it, get it everywhere, and we'll try and shout you out on the stream. Donahue put under quite a bit of pressure, does well to relieve it. Adeyemi. Pickard. Stephen Zabby. Onto Zani. Good turn from Zani. Finds Brown, who gets back up on his feet after the challenge from Reece Brown. Deflection on Bedford. Falls to Morel. Brown again. River a miss. Bentley's got it, however. And Andre Reece Brown plays it back to McGrath. Space for a floating ball over the top to Bunker. They're on the counter. Bedford, what can they do from here? Trying to thread the ball over to Bamford in between the Letchworth defenders. It's ended up with a Bedford throw-in in Mark Bunker range. He goes for a short one, however. Bamford tries to play the 1-2. Ben McGrath. Reece Brown keeps the ball close to his feet, making sure that Letchworth can't get a sniff at it. Bedford into the box. Well collected by Donahue. He's been tested all game. Only a teenager between the sticks. Bit of confusion between the assistant referee and referee there. It will be Bedford ball. There's no radio communication between the officials at this sort of level, so that communication can sometimes be quite limited, but they try their best. They really do. Bunker with acres of space in front of him, closed down, however. Bedford, in fact, turns and puts the gas on, ducking and diving and bobbing and weaving his way into the penalty area. Bunker cuts back inside, links up with Bedford. Good work from the pair. Bunker again to McGrath, miskicks it. Frustration from the skipper. Bedford looking to make a substitution. Find out who that is. Looks to me like it's going to be Tyrell Bentley-McLeod who's going to come off, and Ollie Travell who's going to come on. Still at uni, Ollie Travell. Football coach as well. Cambridge born, so not too far from here. That's Cambridge in the UK. Played for Bishop Stortford FC, Bamston AFC, Hertford United. And he's an Arsenal supporter. So he's resilient. Let's just put it that way. Doesn't give up, does Ollie Travell. You can't if you're an Arsenal supporter. I would know. Bunker with the quick throw. Time, he says to Bamford. Shouts of bam, bam, bam. As everyone wants to get a touch of the ball at the moment. It's magic when it's under the feet of a Bedford player. McGrath trying to find something. They're working hard to create it. They're not stopping at 3. They want 4. They want 5. That is the ambition that has been fueled by Pete McCormack and co. Trying to go that extra mile on and off the pitch. Sani driving forward. Good turn on Bamford. Good ball. Keepers. Forster comes out and sweeps it up. And finds a looping pass over to Stevens Abbey. Ollie Travell getting his first touch of the ball. Getting used to this fixture. Reece Brown onto McGrath. Switch of play. Onto Bunker. Looking to get it into the right space. Bedford out wide. Crossing it in. Bamford's on the end of it. No, he's not. It's gone straight out for a goal kick. Praise from the centre forward. He's liking it, Bamford. So wait, this is good football from Bedford. River a miss, having to make his way towards his goal to try and find something. He's been deprived of opportunity up front due to the high press, high reward of that Bedford defence. Looking to find the ball over the top, onto Bates. Good clearance from Forster. Bravery at the back. McGrath tries to bring it down. Only finds Brown, however. Finds Charles. Brown and Charles working well in the midfield so far. Trying to find that ball over the top, but it seems like no one's really running onto it. The likes of Thake, Zekri, a miss up top. Can't really get anything onto it. Bates as well, who's joined the fray. At the other end, however, it's a different story. Rogers trying to muscle his way into possession. Charles, good ball, but can't find anyone other than Michael Fisher. Good work from Sammy Rogers, who unfortunately concedes a free kick, but he's all over Charles, winning that battle in the midfield. Good flick on header towards Zekri, the goal scorer, who will look to get boot to ball as much as possible in these final 15 minutes or so. Back to the keeper, a reset. Danny. River a miss, pressured by Andre Rees-Brown. The decision is Bedford ball. Good work from the midfielder. Bunker travelling up to take this throw. There he is. The orange Nike Tiempo boots. McGrath trying to make headway. Out to Bunker, ball into the middle. Bedford controls it well. Still got possession. They're going to have another go at it. Back in the middle, McGrath's waiting. Good clearance from Letchworth. Travell on the outside, stepping, sliding, trying to get it in. Bedford, opportunity. Great save from Donahue. People to the left of me thought that went in. That's how close it was. It's gone out. Let's see if we can have a look at that again. It's a great ball in by Travell. Across into that corridor of uncertainty. Bedford, a gaping goal in front of him, and Donahue manages to leap over and deny Bedford his second goal of the evening. One you can only assume Bedford will be kicking himself for. Ball has just flashed behind me, and Pete McCormack has gone to go get it, and that is the sort of football club that we are running here, the owner going and chasing after the ball. Huckle. Onto Bates. Good challenge from Reece Brown. Ball spews out and heads towards Donahue, who's controlled it well, finding Sani. Sani comfortable on the ball, even no pressures on him. Adeyemi. Sani once more, probably looking for that ball over the top once again. Instead, they try and go through the middle, trying to use Brown, who does well, evades one, gets the ball over to the goal scorer, Zekri, trying to use his strength and power that we saw in that effort to good effect. Instead, it's fallen, and it's Bedford ball once more. Reece Brown, switch of play. Rogers flicks it on nicely. Stephen Zabi tries to find Travell up front. Can't. Adeyemi. And we're back to Donahue. Hashtag Bedford from home. Final call. If you want to get your name or place shouted out from the stream, do let us know. We would love to hear from you. Bedford on the counter. It's a one-on-one. Donahue will be tested. Bedford puts it away. A lovely finish. Nothing Donahue could do. The ball pickpocketed by Fisher. The quick tap over the top. Bedford, all he has to do is slot it, pick his spot, and place it into the bottom right-hand corner of the goal. It's a 4-1 score here at McMullen Park, but it's a much better one than we saw on Saturday. This time it's in Bedford's favour, and it's Josh Bamford who gets on the end of it. Substitution about to be made for Stotfold, we think. Letchworth. Number 15, Anthony Giorgio. Not sure who's come off. Coming on. He is. We'll try and find out who's made way. I'm sure we can deduce it at some point. Looks like it might be, yes it is, it's Zekri, the goal scorer, who has made away. A different type of threat up front, Giorgio, the Pro Direct Soccer Academy. Youngster, sort of more speed and pace and electric sort of feats rather than the powerhouse that is Reda Zekri up front. Change of tune, but I think the final song has probably been played here by Josh Bamford. Letchworth can still try and get something out of it though. Giorgio welcoming himself into the game. A deflection which leads to a Bedford FC throw-in. Big throw down the line. And they've got one slightly further up the field. I'm guessing the same outcome here. Reece Brown. Good ball from Bunker. But it's found Donahue. Sani, who was done well from the back, has Sani seemed confident on the ball, looking to press and push it up, and these balls over the top really don't seem to be working for Letchworth. A change of plan may be too little too late, but that strategy just cannot get past the likes of Michael Fisher, Michael Pickard, Cade Stevens-Abbey and Mark Bunker, who occupy that back four of Bedford. Fisher, the goal scorer, the first all-important score came from him in the first 10 minutes of this match. Steve Bedford onto Bamford, who would be looking for a hat-trick if he can get it. Travell plays it back to Cade Stevens-Abbey, who's got time on the ball. Sammy Rogers makes the run. Bedford. Ball's been stolen by River Amiss, who can't get it up to the new man, Giorgio, instead finds Mark Bunker. Good ball. Trying to get link up between Cade Stevens-Abbey and Travell. Travell's still got it. Bedford into the middle. Good clearance, big clearance, and it could fall nicely. Charlie Thake on the ball. Not many options for him. Instead, he's only just got two Bedford FC players around him. Not many numbers up there for Letchworth. And all Ben McGrath and Michael Fisher had to do was just wait. Now it's Bamford wrestling up at the top of the pitch, trying to get the ball back. McGrath got it at his feet once more. Reece Brown has options out wide here. They use Bunker. Might try and get it up the field there to Bedford. Reece Brown again. Good ball back to Bedford. Bedford doing well. No foul, says the referee. Instead, it's Sammy Rogers who's got the ball into Bedford. Bamford, in fact, just mistimes that, looking for the hat-trick. Good ball from Sammy Rogers. Beats him on the outside. Lovely ball in. Bamford tries to go for it first time on the half volley, on the full volley, in fact. Substitution, Ben McGrath makes way. Well, you've got to say he's earned that final 8 minutes rest on the bench. It's instead Lewis Osborne who will come on. 30 years of age. Osborne broke his leg in 2014, just 8 games into his footballing career. That was some time ago now. He's an experienced head in this division. 30 years of age, also a PE teacher in his day. We've got 3 PE teachers on the pitch now, one of them being Steve Bedford, who's on the ball. Bedford looking for 5. Ball spills out. Good clearance from Adeyemi. Bedford making himself an absolute nuisance, as he has all game. Donahue does get to the ball, and it will be a throw-in. Mark Bunker to Travell, traps it, brings it down, back to Bunker, looks for the cross, goes to the near post, and it's well deflected out by Liam Huckle. It will be a corner kick. Around 5 minutes to go left of this game. Probably a bit more due to some stoppages we have had. Even more time for Bedford to really stamp their authority on the proceedings. Forster, who's been strong from the back, his first game for Bedford FC. Impressed the Bedford faithful, I'm sure. Oh, we've got 2 balls now. A few minutes ago, we didn't have any. There we go, the new man, Lewis Osborne. Pretty much a like-for-like replacement, McGrath and Osborne. Ability, sort of wise, and both will be controlling that midfield well. Brown makes a good run. But again, no one home for Letchworth. Osborne once again linking up, trying to find that good ball. He does just that. Leo Donoghue sweeps and does well to clear it in danger. Rogers and Travell were onto that. Stevens Abbey to Rogers. Acres of space in front of him. Instead, decides to use Bunker, who also has passes aplenty. Bamford and Bunker seem to be caught in 2 minds there. Instead, it's now Sani who will play that ball over the top, and the narrative of this game telling that doesn't work. It normally ends up on the head of Michael Fisher. Pressing upfield again, they use that ball again. It lands in Printer's grasp. Bamford goes for a wayward shot, but it doesn't matter because the flag was raised. River a miss on the ball, on the flank, trying to get a consolation effort. Just had a quick word off air with Pete McCormack, who's given me his man of the match. Lots of names mentioned, but he has picked out one young man in particular who has been ever so impressive. Number 10, Sammy Rogers. Been excellent in attack and in defence, as shown there. Sammy Rogers, we've given him the hype and he's performing. Good ball over to Travell, unfortunately, can't be controlled. He's had an excellent game, has Sammy, 17 years of age. There he is. What a talent we have found here at Bedford FC. Burford latching onto the ball though. They're looking to strike. Steve Burford tries to pull the trigger. Travell, long range effort. He's gone for goal from a long way out, and it's ended up into the deepest, darkest realms of Bedford Forest. Going for the Jack Grealish hairstyle. Ollie Travell with the hairband. Something which was ever so popular back in the summer. Euro craze here in England. Jack Grealish, one of the star boys of the England football national team. A lot of youngsters like Travell, sure, trying to replicate his style. Fisher does well to clear. Bates. Oh, good save. A glancing shot from Charlie Thake. looking for some goal mouth action. But a great save from Forster, who has had an equally impeccable game. That one goal, his only fault. Otherwise, superb distribution, reaction, guts and gusto, exactly what you need from a goalkeeper at this level. Rogers, our star man at the moment, onto Osborne. Those slightly older legs still got some gas in them. Travell, ball into the middle. Osborne brings it down well, cuts on his inside, onto Bedford. Oh dear. I'm sure that'll be a forfeit in the clubhouse at half-time, at full-time in fact. Look at this, Osborne. Lovely ball onto Bamford. Back to Travell. Osborne does ever so well, puts it on a plate for Bedford, who skies it over the crossbar. I'm sure he's very thankful that the score is 4-1, not 1-1. Then we would probably be having very different discussions right now. Either way, Bedford will walk away with a win, a much-needed win at McMullen Park. Not only does it bring spirits up in camp, but also keeps playoff hopes alive and well. Something which will be ever so necessary to back up all the big claims being made off-field. For now, Dan Charles on the ball. 2 minutes of added time here, we think. Bunker put under pressure, does well, relieves it through Bedford. Giorgio, however, trying to make something out of the dying moments of this game. Sani onto Giorgio. Unlucky. Andre Rees-Brown looking to potentially find the final flourish. Bamford puts the ball in over the top. Bedford, will he be able to get onto this? He will. They'll probably have another go at it. Rees-Brown, opportunities, deflection. Osborne gets the final touch of this game, and that is the 90. The same scoreline that we had on Saturday, but a very different outcome, a much more positive outcome for the Bedford faithful. 2 goals from Bamford sealing the deal in the second half. Fisher and Bentley McLeod also getting on the score sheet in the first half. Let's have a look at those goals that made all the difference. This first one in the first half. A great header from Fisher, finding the back of the net. And a lovely solo score from McLeod. Linking up well with Bamford. Finds that far post and tucks it in nicely. This third goal, a poacher's delight. Great finish from Zerke for Letchworth. That brought them back into the game, 2-1. There was speculation that Letchworth may be able to do it, but this was an all-important score. Bedford, McLeod with that lovely ball into Bamford, who traps it and finishes it cool as you like from the main bagsman. And he got to double his tally for the evening with this score. 1-on-1 with the keeper. The only winner there, Josh Bamford. 4-1, the final score. So, a roundup of all the places that we have touched today with our live stream. A big thank you to everyone from Solihull, Norway, Northern Ireland, Denmark, Holland, Dallas, Cleveland, Ohio, North Carolina, Melbourne, Australia, West Virginia, Ontario, Canada, Germany, Huntingdon, Boron and Brazil. A big thank you one and all who tuned in tonight. Elation, finally a win here at Bedford SC McMullen Park. Final score here at the home ground of the Printers, Bedford FC 4, Letchworth Garden City Eagles 1.